Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so thankful that you decided to click on this video and spend a little bit of time with me today. If this is the first video that you are seeing of mine, I love all things yarn and all things crochet, and I've been crocheting about 13 years now. My oldest son just turned 13 and I started learning when I was pregnant with him. So maybe 14 years, I don't know. I've lost track at this point. But I would love if you would subscribe and become a part of our awesome community. I love to post yarn hauls. I love to post what I've been working on throughout the week, different free patterns that you might love like I do, and just anything that has to do with all that stuff. So if you're into that, please subscribe. I'd love to have you in our community. So if you can't tell by the title, today's just going to be kind of a chat video. I don't do these very often, but sometimes when it's been a little bit since I've updated you guys on some stuff and I don't have a lot of crochet to show you or anything like that, then I like to do these chat videos because I do feel like we're a community, and, you know, communities lift each other up and are there for each other. So, there's just been a lot going on in my life right now, and, you know, it's okay. It could be worse. It's not that there's anything like devastating going on in my life right now, but I'm just having one of those months where things just feel off. And one of the other reasons I really wanted to talk about this today is because I'm a big advocate for being honest about how you're feeling, because God gave us feelings and emotions, and I believe that talking about it and sharing our experiences help other people to not feel so alone. And so that is one reason I wanted to talk about this today. So I am just feeling off, and please let me know if you just have those times in life every so often where things just feel off. And I'm an overthinker, so I will like contemplate and sit around and be like, why am I feeling this way? I just try to figure it out, and I think it's just a combination of a lot of different things. So I'm just going to talk about that, and then I kind of have an announcement at the end that is just the icing on the cake, but it's not really the icing on the cake. It's like the sad melted icing on the cake. So if you want to hear about the other thing I found out today that just kind of made me sad, then stay tuned. And I don't mean for this to be a depressing video. I really just want to come on here and be like, all right, look, this is what's going on in my life. If you feel the same way, you're not alone. So basically, I work at a school, my younger son's school to be exact, and if you're in the school system or you work in any job where you are off in the summer, it is hard to get back to work. This is my third school year that I've been working, and this year has just felt harder than normal. I don't really know why that is. I think summer just went by so fast, and we had such a good summer, and I had so many more goals for myself for summer. And then it just all of a sudden was over. I wasn't ready. So being thrown back into work, which I'm very thankful for my job, and I know that God has me there for a reason, so I'm very thankful for it. I just think I just feel off, you know, and I can't get into a good routine. We also started back Wednesday nights at church, and I teach on Wednesday nights, and I love to do that as well. But then, you know, you throw that in, and so it's just a lot of busyness after having, other than our vacation and just things with our family and friends. We had a pretty slow summer to go in all in full speed, like trying to worry about all the things. Like my son started middle school, which he is enjoying. My other son's in second grade, me working, getting up again in the morning, making sure everybody's ready, and not having a lot of time in the afternoons. And I've been dealing with a lot of sinus issues on top of that, so like my head has been hurting a lot, so I've taken a lot of naps, and I don't like to take naps because I feel like I'm wasting my day, and then I feel guilty because I'm not spending time with my kids and I'm not doing the things I need to be doing, like cleaning and doing all this stuff, and I haven't been in my Bible as much lately, and all of that culminated is just, I feel off. And then, let's see, not this past Sunday, I think, but the Sunday before, we rescued a tiny 4-week-old baby kitten that I found at the end of our road. So to make a long story short, we had a cat that we had, honestly, I think about 17 years. I think he was 17 years. He passed away earlier this year. And me and my husband have been married almost 15 years. So actually he was like 16 maybe. And we got him before we got married, and he passed away, and he was the best cat in the world. And then we didn't plan on getting anything else. So then a few months ago, this stray cat started hanging around our house. It was very skittish, very scared. I started feeding it, and it hung around for a while, and then it was gone. And then I go walking a lot on our road, and usually I wear my headphones, and I didn't this day. And I walked down towards the end of our subdivision where the main road is, and I heard a little meow, and there was a tiny little baby kitten that looked like it was not doing very good in the weeds. Instantly I thought, oh no, because I'm the type of person, I can't handle that. Like, I was not ready for this, but I'm all in at this point because I cannot let this little baby suffer. So, and I can't give it up at this point. My 7-year-old had already fallen in love and all the things. So we nursed it back to health. This, by the way, was before the first day of school, not for my kids, but for me. So I went back 2 days early. So we get this tiny baby kitten that can't stay alone, that I don't even know how to feed properly, and all this stuff the day before school starts. So honestly, that has consumed my world. Thank the Lord, our neighbor has, his wife has rescued a few cats, and he works from home. And so he offered to help while I'm at work because she's so little that I can't leave her at home for like 8 hours while I work. I mean, I could, but I don't want to do that. So thankfully, I drop her off at kitty daycare every day with our neighbor. We joke about that. But she's like having a toddler. So she's almost 6 weeks at this point. I took her to the vet the day after we found her, got her dewormed, all that stuff. And now she has so much energy. She's so adorable. She has a little injury to her lower lip, and she'll always look a little funny, which to me is cute. We named her Coco because she is actually a tortoise shell variety, like that's her coat color. And so she has like some really dark brown colors, some like lighter brown colors, and then she has little patches of like beige, and on her toe it's like a whitish beige, just one toe, and it looks like a little marshmallow. So we named her Coco, like hot cocoa. But anyway, it's like having a toddler. Like, I've been up in the night every night, but she's also so sweet. So I will show her to you before we end the video. She's over here sleeping right now, and I just took a nap with her. That's one thing. Cats make me feel so chill and really bring my anxiety down when they're calm, because she goes on rampages where she's like crazy because she's a kitten. So anyway, so then we have all that. So I'm overstimulated, trying to get back into the groove of work with a bunch of first, second, and third graders whom I love to death but have focus issues. And then I have my own kids and trying to count my calories, eat healthy. I've totally bombed working out and even walking. I was doing that faithfully. That's not happening anymore. I've been taking a bunch of naps, not feeling good, pulled a muscle in my neck the other night, which thankfully is feeling better right now. And we have a new baby kitten who's like a toddler, and it's fine. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like really complaining. I'm just saying like all the little things that have added up. Then I get in the car this morning. I'm always rushing in the morning. I have yet to like have a good routine, and my van wouldn't start. And this van is a little older. It's paid off though, so we're gonna run this puppy to the ground. There's been a lot of things that have gone wrong with it, but it hasn't been anything that's affected it running. So that was a bummer when I woke up and it wasn't running. We're really hoping it's just the battery. I had to last minute get a ride and all that stuff. And then we've had some stuff going on at church, which is okay. You know, I trust the Lord and all that, but there's just been some heavy stuff going on there with some people we love. So that's been kind of on my mind. Also, one of my closest friends at work is having to move schools 2 weeks into the school year, not even 2 weeks. So that's sad. I'm gonna miss her. And then my mom, she works for the Red Cross, and so they set up at the state fair, the Kentucky State Fair. And if you all watched my video, I entered some things in the state fair, and I was so excited because it was my first time ever doing that. I've only ever entered things in our county fair, and was blessed to have won a couple ribbons for that. And so I was feeling good, entered it all in the state fair. And she calls me today, and I could tell it wasn't good, and she's like, yeah, you didn't win anything. So that's that. That's the little melted sad icing on the cake. It's fine. You know, it's fine. I know it's not all about winning. It's just a cool experience to be able to enter stuff in the fair and go up there and see it. It is embarrassing a little bit to have to like, you know, blab about it to everybody, like, I'm entering stuff in the fair, and come on YouTube and be like, I'm entering stuff in the fair, and yay. And then to have to be like, yeah, nothing I entered placed. I placed 6 different items and nothing placed, and that is, oh, I know it's okay. But you know, it does stink. It does stink, because I was looking forward to at least maybe one thing, getting something. I didn't even need a first place, you know? So it's okay, and it's okay. But I'm not gonna lie that I didn't like almost want to shed a little tear because I was just so excited. So I'm still processing that. And again, I'm not trying to sound like some entitled, spoiled person, because I'm not entitled to win anything. There's so many talented crocheters, and this is like the whole state coming together and putting their stuff in. So, you know, who am I? But, you know, of course, if you enter something in the fair, you want to win. I mean, if you enter something in the fair and don't care about winning, I don't know, you're a special person, because everybody wants to win, right? So that's my life right now. On top of that, because of all this, I have barely crocheted. I am going to show you all what I ended up entering once I get it all back, which that won't be until the 25th, because I did tweak or change up what I entered a little bit. I did do most of what I showed you, but for the holiday category, I made something. And then for the amigurumi category, I actually did something different. So I will show you once I get those what I actually entered. So yeah, this was just a little update. I just wanted to fill you in. And I've been just, like I said, not depressed, just a little bit off feeling, just a little bit down, a little bit low energy, a little bit sick feeling, so a little bit busy, just all the things. So I just want to encourage you today that if you feel the same way, you are not alone. We all go through times of high energy, high productivity, and then we all go through times of a little bit of crappiness, but I'm trying to stay positive. I had to ask for forgiveness this morning because I had a very negative mindset, and my mind keeps trying to slip into that negativity. And so I just want to remember that I'm very blessed with my life and what I have and my health, and I want to be grateful to God for those things. And I know that these things in the large scheme of things are very small, and we just have to pick ourselves up and allow the Lord to be first in our life. And it's funny because I did read my Bible a couple times this week, not as much as I would have liked to, but one of the things that I said in my Bible, will be the verse that I share with you today, was the other day. It was 2 Timothy, and it was chapter 4. It's verses 9 and 10, and it's where Paul's writing to Timothy, and he says, do your best to come to me soon, and I don't know how to pronounce this name, it's Demas. It says, for he, in love with this present world, has deserted me and gone to Thessalonica. So he's saying there was someone who was serving with him, spreading the gospel with him, but because he's so in love with this world and not thinking about eternity, he deserted him. And so I actually wrote right there, and it's very sloppy. Be careful not to be in love with this present world. And it's cool how God speaks to us. We don't even know what we're going to need sometimes in the time that we read it. But when I opened my Bible today, that's what stuck out to me. And I thought, how true is that? Like, there is a lot of grief. There's a lot of sorrow in this world, but this is not our home. And it's okay to feel emotions as long as we bring those to God. He created them. He knows them. He knows our heart. He knows how we feel, and it's okay. But we are not to be in love with this present world so much to that just things get us so far down that we lose all of our joy, because we have more joy in Christ than we could ever have in anything in this world. So that's my prayer for me today. That's my prayer for you today, that we would remember that this world is not our home, and we are to have our mindset on eternity more than on this earth. It's okay to enjoy this earth, but it's not okay to be more in love with the things of this world than the things of the world to come. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And before I go, I will show you little Coco. Okay, she was sleeping, but look how cute she is. She's tired. She's already grown so much in 2 weeks, and we love her so much. She's wild and crazy and silly and cute, but she's been a joy to add to our family, even though it's added a lot of stress. So look at her little marshmallow toe. It looks like a little marshmallow, and she's got these little different colored spots on her, and she's just so cute. She's our little baby. So anyway, I pray that God blesses you. I pray that you are encouraged today, that you know the Lord loves you, and I pray if you haven't, that you would submit your life to Him and accept Jesus as your Savior, because then we know we have a comfort in this world, and He deserves all of our praise. God created us, He saved us, He loves us, and we owe our lives to Him. So when life gets you down, see, she's crazy. She doesn't want me to hold her right now. Okay, you can go. Okay, she's probably hungry too. When life gets crazy, we have hope in Jesus, because our hope is in the cross. Our hope is in eternity. Our hope is in being with the Lord forever, not this temporary home. But I pray that we use our time wisely here while we're on earth, and we all fail at that sometimes. Definitely I do. But we just got to keep on fighting the good fight and keep on keeping on. So yeah, I pray God blesses you, and I'm thankful for each one of you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.